We're ready now.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the A.B. Tone Show. I'm Adam.
I'm Bryan.
On today's episode, we're going to be talking about Empress pedals out of the Great White North, eh?
Whoa. Get a goo 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 goo.
I like it.
Yeah.
Welcome to another edition of the A.B. Tone Show, eh?
Hey, take off, eh?
Oh, you're a hoser, eh?
We're going to feature Empress pedals from Ottawa, Canada.
Ottawa, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to
nice,
be great.
all right.
Yeah.
Do it. He's in tune. Hey, good day. Welcome to the Great White North. I'm Bob McKenzie. This is my brother Doug.
And Bryan's going to have an interview with Pat Bergeson.
Legendary studio ace, fingered by Chet Atkins himself. And he's worked with almost everybody who's anyone in the business. It's a great interview.
And he looks really good in denim.
I think so, too.
Guys, first up today is the Empress tape delay. The Empress tape delay came about during the development of the vintage modified super delay from Empress. They spent over 2 years perfecting the tape modes, painstakingly recreating some of the most famous and most recognized analog tape machine sounds.
Added features include an all-analog dry path, soft touch switches, trails, and true bypass, as well as an advanced configuration mode that'll let you customize the unit so you can have up to 3 presets.
Very cool feature in a very small box. A lot of stuff packed into this one.
How's it going, today?
We got 2 topics today, back bacon and long underwear.
So a couple of layouts of this particular delay pedal are worthy of note. First is, obviously, you have your mix, blend of wet and dry signal. You also have a different tape age. Because it's a tape delay, they're trying to emulate various forms of tape. So new has very little flutter and wow, if any. It's very hard to distinguish unless you hold chords out. Now, if we move away from the tape age from new to vintage, we're going to get a little bit more flutter and wow. You can hear the wow in it. And if we go to old, much more. One other thing you can do to sort of augment that is to add a little bit of modulation into the delay itself. So right now we have it set to none. Let's go for a little. And if we go to lots, then we get much more. You can also adjust between a high pass and a low pass filter just above the feedback knob. Right now we have the low pass, which is going to sound much more like a dark tape. If we go to none, most of the high-end transients are going to be reproduced in the delay line. And if you go to the high pass filter, a lot of your low-end frequency content is going to be attenuated as the delay line kicks in. One of the things you also have here in the delay time, you got a lot of bang for your buck in this one, and they really thought about trying to make this pedal much more than just something basic. For example, what happens if you want to save a preset? Well, they've figured out a way around that in this tiny little pedal. So let me show you how to do this. The unit is in tap mode. It's just working normally. So I can tap in any type of tempo I want. Right? Now, if I go over into slow, we have this particular unit set up for 3 presets, and you notice that the tap button is now blinking green. This is indicative of the first preset, or wherever we last left it. By hitting the tap again, we've moved into another preset, and it's blinking red. And by hitting it again, we get another preset. Now, you can also set up these presets by allowing them to be written. So if I decided to adjust the feedback and said, no, that's too long, I don't really like that. Then if I move it down, as soon as I cycle out of this preset mode into something else, whatever was just before it will automatically be saved. So when we come back to orange, you notice that the feedback isn't as long as it was before.
Guys, we've heard from a lot of players out there that want to hear Bryan and I play the same exact guitar with the same settings, so we appreciate your feedback, and that's what we're doing right now.
Up next, we have the Empress Compressor. There's a lot of compressors on the market, but this one has some very unique studio-grade features that is not commonly found in most compression pedals. We have 3 different ratio settings, a 2-to-1, a 4-to-1, and a 10-to-1. And then after that, you get to change your meters based on this LED switch. So you can monitor the input, know how much signal is going into the compressor. You can also look at the gain reduction, or you can look at both at the same time, which I think is pretty ingenious. Okay, so here we have the Empress Compressor. Very sexy looking compressor. Let me show you what it does really simply, but it has a lot of great studio components. You also have the ability to monitor how much signal is actually going into the compressor. You also have the ability to monitor how much gain reduction is happening, and you can do both of that at the same time, which is the setting here. So the red is showing you how much gain reduction you're getting, and this is your signal. The green LED is going into the compressor. This dial here is the mix, which will allow you to run parallel compression. So you can blend your wet signal with your dry signal. Right now it's mostly wet. Here's the guitar simply by itself, all dry. Here it is, completely compressed. Here's the guitar, completely natural, bypassing the pedal altogether. Here's why I think this is important, is to listen to, I'll do this again, and listen to specifically the changes in tonal characteristics, see if you can spot any. That's pretty awesome, because that was mostly transparent. Yes, you could hear the compression, of course. But there wasn't that much. In fact, if anything, it made the highs come out just slightly, which is normal for a compressor to do. But it didn't change the sound of the guitar at all. Let's get aggro with some spank. I'm going to adjust the attack and release time here and move it over to 10-to-1. So for the chicken picking side of you, or if you're going to be playing some funk and you really need to pin down a rhythm guitar part in the mix or on stage, this is really going to be able to nail it for you. The very fact that you have a ratio setting to choose from is extremely helpful. If I was going to make one suggestion to the Empress folks, I would add that this bypass light be changed instead of bypass to on and off. Because when I see bypass and a light is lit up, I think that the unit is in bypass mode, and it's confused us more than once on this demo session.
Just got out of the shower.
Yeah. Can I borrow your towel for a sec? My car just hit a water buffalo.
Okay, so Adam is now playing the Call Inside 35. And I'm going to start tweaking frequencies here. If we take the fuzz out entirely, now we're dealing with the distortion and the overdrive. I'm going to turn off the overdrive. Now right now we're just listening to distortion, which strangely enough is behaving more like a fuzz, and I would bet dollars to donuts that this is a germanium fuzz because it sounds splattery and nasty and very sort of retro in a lot of cool ways. I'm going to boost 250 here. Roll off some of the lows. Bring it a little high. Very edgy. Here's a boost at 500. You can hear how it compresses and lets that signal through. Here's a 2K bump. Not bad. Bring back in the overdrive and turn down the distortion. Now we're just listening to the overdrive segment, even though all three are lit up. This EQ frequency range here is very powerful. You can almost sculpt it to any sound that you want. Just listening to the fuzz. It's nasty. I'll tell you what I really like about this fuzz, and a lot of guys that make fuzz pedals don't do, is give you the ability to EQ the darn things. And this one, you've got a massive control on. So let's play with these boosts here. Let's start at 500 and give it a boost. You hear those mids really start to kick in. Let's start at 250. Oh yeah. Nasty. 2K. A little too ice pick on the forehead for my taste. But I like it at 250, slight boost at 250. Let's increase the gain up. Go over the top. Woo. Instant Jimi Hendrix. So now bringing back in a little bit of all three. Just the overdrive right now. And here's maybe a boost if you wanted to use it as a boost for your solos.
He's right. There's something about this that's so black. It's like, how much more black could this be? And the answer is none.